such as
a high five, a handshake, even a kiss, Mom.
Good. Now, Agent 3, what is a bad touch?
Touches that make you feel not so good, Mom.
Like a slap, a kick, a pinch, and most important, if someone touches your private part. And what do we do when someone gives us a bad touch?
You tell a trusted adult, Mom, for
help, Mom.
Tell them,
don't do that, Mom. Agent, I see that you understand. Now it's your mission to spread this information. Just remember that good touches are okay, and bad touches are
not okay.
So, Agent, go spread the word.
Yes, Mom.
Government House. I'm Regis Cartwright. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. The Grand Bahama Temporary Shelter officially opened. Plus, MSC steps up as a corporate partner with major investments across Grand Bahama. And reaction from the Grand Bahama Chamber as government responds on the possible acquisition of GB Power.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, the Department of Social Services in Grand Bahama officially opening the Grand Bahama Temporary Shelter located in Pine Forest, 8 Mile Rock. Officials say the initiative marks a significant step in addressing the island's need for safe temporary housing. Ramiko Knowles was there and filed the details in tonight's top story.
Cutting of the ribbon.
The need for safe, dignified temporary housing in Grand Bahama is being addressed with the official opening of the Grand Bahama Temporary Shelter in Pine Forest, 8 Mile Rock. The facility, operated by the Department of Social Services, features 10 fully equipped one-bedroom units, each beautifully furnished, designed to provide immediate short-term housing for individuals and families in need.
Electricity is on, water's in place, televisions are mounted.
Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the Honorable Miles Larota, says the shelter will offer temporary accommodation for up to 3 months at a time, creating a pathway from crisis to stability.
This is but our first installment on this facility because I believe Mr. Smith has shown his good faith and his ability, and that in the not too distant future that we'll be able to move further.
Bringing remarks, the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, says the shelter represents a practical response to real-life challenges, providing safety, stability, and dignity to those navigating difficult circumstances.
This safe haven will have a direct impact on the lives of those who need it most. It will provide comfort and strengthen the Department of Social Services capacity to assist in times of unimaginable hardship, displacement, and crisis.
The initiative also receiving strong support from the area's Member of Parliament, who says the shelter meets a real and growing need within the community.
By opening these doors, we are narrowing the gap. We are saying to the people of this community that their dignity is not negotiable. As the area representative, I am deeply appreciative to the Department of Social Services and the Ministry for their persistence.
Officials confirmed that the first group of tenants is expected to move in on February 16th, marking the start of operations at the facility. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
Well, in other news, MSC is doing its part as a corporate partner in Grand Bahama. During a press briefing, the nation's leader announced that MSC Cruises will develop a new cruise ship pier complex along with new visitor and commercial infrastructure, representing a capital investment of $450 million. But the Prime Minister says the company's commitment goes beyond expansion, with additional investments aimed at supporting Grand Bahama's broader development.
At the same time, MSC, together with another partner, is currently in negotiations regarding the potential acquisition of Hutchison Port's operations in multiple countries, including the Freeport Container Port. Global operators are positioning Grand Bahama as a long-term logistics platform integrated into international shipping networks and capable of supporting sustained industrial and economic growth.
Meantime, the president of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce is sharing his views on the government's potential acquisition of the Grand Bahama Power Company. While he says the move could bring some relief to consumers, he also raises several concerns about the proposal. Rumiko Knowles has the details in this report.
Energy reform is one of the most important pillars of this administration's work.
A broader energy reform agenda is being pursued by the Davis administration aimed at reducing electricity costs for Grand Bahamian households and businesses. One step in that process includes ongoing discussions and a memorandum of understanding with Emera Incorporated, exploring the possibility of government assuming control of the Grand Bahama Power Company. Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce President Dylan Knowles says the discussion has important implications for residents and businesses across the island.
What we have is a position by the government that if it takes on GB Power, it could also absorb those costs into BPL, presumably, and offer Freeport and Grand Bahama, by extension, the same rates as is offered to the other family islands and to New Providence.
Currently, customers served by Bahamas Power and Light pay on average less per kilowatt hour than customers served by the Grand Bahama Power Company. While Knowles welcomes government's efforts to address the issue, he says he is not convinced that government control of GBPC alone would solve the problem.
The costs still have to be paid for. And who pays for the cost? The taxpayers. Short term, that can work, right? But in the long run, we've seen what happened with BPL. BPL is in debt by $500 million.
Instead, Knowles says the key long-term solution is expanding the customer base by attracting more people and businesses to Grand Bahama. Simply put, he says more customers on the grid could help lower costs.
That's not a GB Power issue. That's a Grand Bahama issue. That's a Grand Bahama commerce issue. And to have more customers, we need more people resident on Grand Bahama.
Well, the government of the Bahamas has issued a detailed response to the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce regarding the possible acquisition of the Grand Bahama Power Company, warning that several claims risk mischaracterizing the purpose of national energy reform. Shalia Roll reports.
While acknowledging the Chamber's role in representing the business community, the government says electricity must be treated as essential national infrastructure affecting public safety, the cost of living and economic competitiveness, and not as a private business model focused solely on full cost recovery through customer rates. The government maintains that affordable and reliable power cannot be delayed until demand increases, rejecting the idea that stability should follow rather than enable population and investment growth. Addressing arguments around economies of scale, the government says those realities strengthen, not weaken the case for a coordinated national energy approach in an archipelago. The statement also disputes claims that national rate structures are artificial, stressing that the Bahamas is one country and that uniform policy is a deliberate governance choice to ensure equity and prevent widening disparities between islands. Responding to concerns that government involvement would shift losses to taxpayers without improving service, the government says reliability is driven by engineering and system design, not ownership. Officials add that the Grand Bahamas challenges include hurricane exposure, dependence on costly temporary generation, and aging infrastructure demand decisive, technical grounded action, not delay. The government says Grand Bahama deserves an energy solution focused on outcome, including improved reliability, stronger resilience, and a credible path to affordability and investment readiness. The statement concludes by citing the International Monetary Fund, which the government says has endorsed the Bahamas' energy reform program as necessary, well-sequenced and central to economic resilience and fiscal stability. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shirley Earl.
Switching gears now, a visa fraud case now before the Freeport Magistrates Court is sparking wider questions about internal controls within government. 3 Grand Bahama residents, along with a Ministry of Foreign Affairs employee, are accused in a scheme that allegedly covers more than $14,000 for visas that were never issued. As details of the case continue to emerge, Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, says one of the key preventions against this type of fraud is strong coordination among law enforcement.
Office. There's an organization called HONLIA. It stands for Heads of All National Law Enforcement Agencies. It was not used by the other side, was my information. I revived it. We have regular meetings. That would be the Commissioner of Police, Commissioner of Corrections, the Commander Defense Force, Director Immigration, the Controller of Customs, the Director of the National Intelligence Agencies. We meet to talk about things generally so we don't work in silos.
Now, prosecutors say the case stems from a church-led effort to help a Haitian pastor, his wife, and their 8 children enter the country legally. The court heard that over several months, money was paid through transfers, bank deposits, and cash handovers, with receipts shared and promises made. Investigators say no visas were issued. From his press briefing at the Office of the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security says cases like this are good for government to continually re-examine how its systems are built and monitored.
The test of a system is, are you able to identify who has done what? And if you don't, then you have to put controls in the system. Again, the story that somebody was charged means the system detected a crime, investigated it, found sufficient information to put the person before the court. The starting point for viewing it is you just have some wicked people who will do things that are bad.
In news from police, members of the Anti-Gang and Firearms Investigation Task Force have arrested a 38-year-old man and a 23-year-old woman in connection with the possession of dangerous drugs. Police say that shortly after 3 a.m. on Thursday, officers executed a search warrant at a residence in Malibu Reef. After forcing entry, officers observed a male attempting to flush a large quantity of suspected hydroponic marijuana. An additional quantity was found in the kitchen. The drugs weighed about 2.5 pounds with an estimated street value of $5,000. Both occupants were arrested and cautioned. Investigations continue.
And still to come.
Just days remain before PLP hopefuls in Grand Bahama learn whether they've made the party's election slate. We'll have that story plus sports highlights when we return.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
At Dolly Madison, we want to start the year off right. On Saturday, January 31st, we're having a big tent sale. Get up to 80% off all items under the tent. This is a sale you won't want to miss because you could save on anything that's under the tent, up to 80% off. That's Saturday, January 31st, the big tent sale. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Cash in on the big savings at Dolly Madison.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Division of Cultural Affairs presents the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade, powered by the City of Freeport Council. Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 6 p.m. West Explorers Way, downtown Freeport is where you need to be to catch the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Grand Bahama Parade. See you there.
Don't miss the 25% off end of season sale at Park & Shop this January 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st, excluding red tag items and underwear. Up to 50% off racks at Park & Shop. Flamingo Bahamas is bringing the savings. This Saturday, January 31st, subscribers get 20% off store-wide at Kelly's Freeport Limited. Scan the QR code, download the app, sign up, and start saving today. Flamingo Bahamas, where smart shoppers save.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Ready to take your career to the next level? Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is coming to the Bahamas. Join them for a free information session on Monday, February 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hotel in Nassau. Learn about internationally recognized MBA, MSc, BSc, and business programs that are 100% online, flexible, and relevant to today's workforce. Space is limited, so register now at seidegrees.com.
It will be a prophetic and apostolic explosion.
We're in the last hours of the last days.
Join the School of the Prophetic Ministry for the 11th Annual Apostolic Prophetic Release Conference, January 28th to 30th, 7:30 nightly, with day sessions at 12 noon, ending Sunday, February 1st at 11 a.m. Come hear from Prophet Eric Von Copeland from San Antonio, Texas, Apostle Rick Bethel from Florida, Apostle Christopher Russell from Christian Tabernacle, Nassau, and for the first time on Grand Bahama, Prophet Stanley Carmel from Canada.
As I am prophesying to her, I tell you, the heavy prophetic anointing is going to locate you.
That's the gathering, January 28th to 30th at the School of Prophetic Ministry. It will be an apostolic and prophetic explosion. Don't you dare miss it.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. It's now just a matter of days before Progressive Liberal Party aspirants across Grand Bahama learn their political fate as major political parties ramp up efforts to finalize their election teams. Several hopefuls from Grand Bahama appearing before the party's candidates committee on Tuesday evening. In this report, they tell us why they chose to put their hats in the ring. The race is on in Grand Bahama. 5 PLP seats are at stake, and aspirants face the party's candidates committee Tuesday to make their case for nomination. In East Grand Bahama, Senator the Honorable James Turner says the last election came down to a narrow margin. Now, Turner says he's back, more determined than ever, and confident he's the leader East Grand Bahama needs this time around.
Consistency is the key. I never left East Grand Bahama. Always worked with them, always worked with the churches, with the schools, knocked on the doors. So I have a great relationship with the residents of East Grand Bahama. I trust them, and they trust me. That's going to make the difference.
In West Grand Bahama, aspirant Kurt Neely says the constituency needs change. He points to infrastructure development as key to restoring pride and opportunity in communities like 8 Mile Rock and West End.
In West End, we've been for the last 10 years talking about just a simple conch shell removal program, just to sort of bring the beauty of the coastal line back and that sort of stuff. In 8 Mile Rock, there are a lot of issues, a little more complex than that would take probably central government to get it going. But there are definitely issues out there that we've planned to attack as soon as we get in. One of them is the Sunset Village.
And in Central Grand Bahama, the youngest aspirant, Bryant Lowe, is seeking the party's nomination. He says his campaign represents a generational shift driven by a 4-point plan focused on infrastructure, investment, housing, and cultural appreciation.
I feel that I could target a certain demographic that feels that politicians these days don't resonate with their issues, because I want to ensure that people are educated and trained in order to take full advantage of the opportunities that come before them.
Now, as the party moves closer to finalizing its slate, aspirants across Grand Bahama include incumbent Pine Ridge Member of Parliament, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, and West Grand Bahama MP Kingsley Smith, along with attorney Tamara Moss and Dr. Monique Pratt from Marco City. Kurt Neely, Robert Grant Sr., and Bridget Hall is seeking West Grand Bahama, while Bryant Lowe, Paco Deal, and Kirkland Russell vie for Central Grand Bahama, and James Turner and Eddie Wan for East Grand Bahama. The final 12 PLP candidates are expected to be ratified this Sunday in the nation's capital. In recognition of World Customs Day, the Customs Department on Grand Bahama hosted an all-informative exhibition with displays of entertainment and education at the C.A. Smith Complex. Deputy Comptroller of the Customs Department, Whitney Kenny, notes the idea behind the extravagant affair is to commemorate the hard work and dedication of the department and its officers.
The opening of this customs exhibition here at our headquarters reminds us of how far the department has come. We are showcasing some of the many activities and sections that comprise our department today. Today, we depend on tools and technology more and more as we are able to source them, helping to make us more effective and efficient in carrying out our daily duties.
Providing the keynote address is Minister of State for Finance and Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alcides, who shares the vital role the Customs Department plays within the parameters of our economy.
As I am aware, it may be tough at times, and sometimes you may be discouraged, which is natural as a human. And I know at times the public may not be receptive to what it is that you are doing for this country. They might not understand your importance. It is because of this Customs Department that police officers, defense force officers, teachers, healthcare workers, other government workers, and yes, even politicians are paid.
Well, that's a look at stories making news. Shane, what's happening in sports? We salute our Facebook friend of the day, Sandra Mortimer. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Crepe has so much to offer, from delicious savory and sweet crepes, coffee drinks, and bubble teas, to rich, creamy milkshakes, matcha, and so much more. We are located in the food court at the Raven Mall, Freeport, Grand Bahama. Call us at 688-4273 or order online at shapeyourcrepe.com. Shape Your Crepe, handcrafted crepes and more.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Come shop for what's essential and what's aesthetically pleasing for your home at Bullets Plumbing and Seasons Home Decor. At Bullets Plumbing, you'll find a great selection of bathtubs, stylish pedestals, vanities, faucets and toilets, water heaters, pipes, fittings and repair parts. Then make it a one-stop venture. Outfit and accessorize your home with beautiful items from Seasons Home Decor. silk flowers and vases, rugs, shower curtains and pillows, candle holders, and delightful wall art. All at Bullets Plumbing and Seasons Home Decor, West Atlantic Drive. Telephone 808-3900 or 825-2700. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Ready to take your career to the next level? Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is coming to the Bahamas. Join them for a free information session on Monday, February 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hotel in Nassau. Learn about internationally recognized MBA, MSc, BSc, and business programs that are 100% online, flexible, and relevant to today's workforce. Space is limited, so register now at seidegrees.com.
Are you told that you need dialysis? You may feel worried, overwhelmed, or unsure about starting dialysis. And that's completely understandable. Many persons feel that way at first. But what you're feeling is real and you're not alone. Come out on Saturday, January 31st at 8 a.m. at the Cove Bar and Lounge, 8 Mile Rock in order to hear information concerning dialysis. We'll talk about what dialysis looks like, what to expect during treatment, and the various options available to you. For more information, contact Dialysis Care Services via WhatsApp at 954-994-5034. Motivate to inspire.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sportscape, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs, featuring 3 divisions, 9 teams from across the Bahamas will battle it out during the Grey Christie Memorial Girls Softball Tournament over at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex. Hosted by Rising Stars, the tournament gets underway January 29th to February 1st, and the fair organizers say you don't want to miss.
This will set the pace for our regular season, which begins next weekend, February 7th.
We're going to see high level of softball playing. JBLN coming in from Nassau, along with the Panthers out of Abaco.
We extend our sincere appreciation to our Diamond corporate sponsor, the Corporate Social Investment Initiative, for its invaluable support and shared vision in empowering young athletes and strengthening our community through the game of softball.
While those champions will be crowned on Sunday, we've got some champions crowned in the Apico Secondary School Basketball Championships. The Agape Lady Eagles swept the Patrick J. Bethel Lady Marlins 2-0. In the second and final game of that series, the Eagles ran away with a 32-24 win. Patricia Brown finished with 5 points, but was named the most valuable player for the series. On the junior boys side, the Eagles won that series 2-0, securing the series sweep with a 34-27 win in a decisive Game 2. Asher Rule poured in a game-high 14 points, earning himself MVP honors. Now on the senior boys side, the Patrick J. Bethel Marlins survived a nip-and-tuck contest with the Eagles, tying their best-of-3 series at 1 game apiece. They forced a Game 3 after escaping with a 68-66 win. Chansley Baptiste had the hot hand, going on for 32 points. Game 3 of that series is set for January 30th at 4 p.m. And that's my time, everyone, but your check on the local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. Catch you on the rebound.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
It will be a prophetic and apostolic explosion.
We are the last hours of the last days.
Join the School of the Prophetic Ministry for the 11th Annual Apostolic Prophetic Release Conference, January 28th to 30th, 7:30 nightly, with day sessions at 12 noon, ending Sunday, February 1st at 11 a.m. Come hear from Prophet Eric Von Copeland from San Antonio, Texas, Apostle Rick Bethel from Florida, Apostle Christopher Russell from Christian Tabernacle, Nassau, and for the first time on Grand Bahama, Prophet Stanley Carmel from Canada.
As I am prophesying to her, I tell you, the heavy prophetic anointing is going to locate you.
That's the gathering, January 28th to 30th at the School of Prophetic Ministry. There will be an apostolic and prophetic explosion. Don't you dare miss it.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Raven Davis.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, hours on end of digging following the crushing death of a middle-aged man whose family is today seeking answers amid immeasurable pain. Plus, nurses standing their ground in a valiant effort to have their grievances heard and resolved, and inoperable traffic lights leading to frustration, safety hazards, and chaos. But just how easy is it to correct this vexing problem? The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Efforts to recover the body of a man crushed to death in an industrial accident continued today, and this as police confirmed that volunteers uncovered the victim's torso before the exercise was suspended due to low visibility the night before. In tonight's top story, Cleopatra Murphy spoke with a friend of the deceased who shared details of what transpired.
Goosebumps still on me now, talking to you.
As men work tirelessly to recover the body of a deceased man who was buried in the rubble after rocks collapsed on him as he worked Thursday, his friend Mark Turnquest is grateful to be alive.
We were supposed to have been out here this morning, weekend. That's what he was preparing for us. So it's like Kingsley almost sacrificed himself for, could have been 7 or 8 hours. And then they're gone.
It was a somber scene Friday morning as efforts to recover the body of a 51-year-old Bahamian man continued a day after he was crushed while excavating at a fill pit off Tonic Williams-Darling Highway. His brother anxiously waited as volunteers worked to remove the machinery encasing the body of the man his friend identified as Kingsley. He says the deceased had been alone, cutting and preparing fill for them to move to a job site when the material shifted, crushing him. That incident, he says, occurred shortly before 3 p.m., but it was a while before anyone learned of the tragedy.
When the trailer would come to pick up the machine, when the gentleman come, he didn't see no machine, so he called the big boss and say, hey, the machine ain't here. The big boss said the machine have to be there. So they used GPS locator, and the GPS show where the machine's still here. And then they put one and one together and see that all rumble, fall on and realize he underneath their truck.
Turnquest says it is an unfortunate situation, but it is a dangerous profession, and he himself looked at the cliff's peak with a degree of trepidation just the week before. He takes comfort in the fact that the death of a friend he says was always calm was likely quick.
He was always approachable. You could go to him and ask him to help you if the load was falling off, and he said, Kingsley, no problem. He come in there and he can fix the load better. He was a good man, though. He was all right. He was decent. I never hear him cussing and rowing. I know why he's cussing raw, but he was a good man, though. He was all right.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis reflected on the industrial accident that he says was nothing short of tragic, adding that he and wife Anne-Marie joined the country in offering prayers to the family and friends of the deceased. He also applauded one of the volunteers on the scene for his efforts in what he says was the truest form of heroism. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Now, as investigators continue to comb the site of this now crime scene, environmental authorities are also weighing in with their initial observations. Director of the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection, Dr. Rhianna Neely Murphy, confirms that the site did have the proper environmental approvals to operate, as well as approval to operate as an excavation site. However, she still had some concerns.
Did not observe people wearing their personal protective equipment. We had a conversation with some of the site operators this afternoon. This forms a portion of the conditions of their certificate of environmental clearance. And anyone operating on these kinds of sites needs to have that.
The daunting news emerging that the man buried beneath that rubble phoned his loved ones and could be heard calling out for help leads Dr. Neely Murphy to remind those working on similar sites to use a buddy system.
We do not fully understand the circumstances surrounding what happened, and so I don't want to make a conjecture that may be proven incorrect. But we encourage people that work on these sites to make sure that once you're out there, you have a buddy, that someone is paying attention to you and you are also paying attention to somebody.
We shift our attention now to the labor scene, where the very people deemed the backbone of the healthcare sector are being pushed to the edge. Public sector nurses are accusing health authorities of disrespect, broken agreements, and systemic failures, warning that the public health system is under serious strain. As Leah Cooper tells us in this next report, the Bahamas Nurses Union is demanding justice, dignity, and respect.
Until they get their monies, they will not be going to work. That's the result.
Tensions reaching a boiling point as a nationwide nurse sick-out enters a second day. Bahamas Nurses Union President Muriel Lightbourne, at a press conference on Friday, cited a laundry list of concerns plaguing nurses in the Public Hospitals Authority and the Department of Public Health.
We have had incidents of public holidays not being paid, allowances not being paid, and we would have met over and repeatedly with our partners, and these matters are still not being resolved.
Add to that the claim that there's some 1,200 nurses owed overtime pay. The PHA in a statement says disbursements are being processed, and to expedite payments, overtime compensation is being issued through a direct payment system, as this falls outside the standard payroll cycle. But Lightbourne says nurses are waiting for the proof.
I told them yesterday the problem is that the nurses don't trust you. So there's a distrust. And could you imagine that I'm working for somebody that I don't trust?
The union president also claims more than 20 promotions remain incomplete, leaving nurses to do higher level work without the pay to match.
We have a nurse sitting in the seat as acting director of nursing. After 1 year of acting, you're supposed to be made permanent.
Lightbourne is calling on the powers that be to address their concerns and to do so immediately. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
On the continued action staged by nurses leading the Public Hospitals Authority to issue a release advising of temporary service adjustments at the Princess Margaret Hospital as they manage staffing levels and prioritize urgent and essential care. According to the statement, until further notice, outpatient services, namely the eye, specialty, medical, surgical, and ENT clinics, will all be closed. Additionally, all elective surgeries have been canceled at this time. Services that will continue operating as scheduled include burns or plastics and wound care, oncology, and dialysis treatments. Further, patients with appointments for these services are encouraged to attend as planned unless otherwise advised. Well, more than 800 members of the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union took to the polls today to decide if incumbent Kyle Wilson would become the first president in the union's history to be elected 3 times or propel current Vice President Antonio Dean to the union's top spot. Dean telling our news team the union's focus should shift toward change as benefits mean little without long-term stability.
It's time now for us to start to make a change financially. All right, give back to the people that are pouring in. Ensure that job security is paramount, because at the end of the day, we could get all we want to get, but if we don't have our jobs, it don't matter. All right, so this is what we want to put to the forefront. We want our jobs, and then we want to actually start to pour back in to the membership.
Well, coming up, numerous traffic lights out. Stay tuned for what's being done about it. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more in a moment.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Crunch boring lunches and enjoy real food at a real good price with KFC's value deals. For $5.95, you can get a famous bowl and a drink or a one-piece chicken box. For max value, grab a value box. That's a piece of our iconic chicken, nuggets, cheesy mashed potato, a biscuit, fries, a dessert biscuit, and soda, all for just $9.95. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
You're looking at a shot there of bikers at the tracks at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center, and that shot courtesy of drone pilot Kyson Miller. And as always, good job there, Kyson. Welcome back. Nearly 2 years after the government's Anti-Gang Act was passed in Parliament, no one has been prosecuted under the law. We learned this much from Police Commissioner Shanta Knowles during her Meet the Press address this week, citing a roadblock with the legislation. While fielding questions from reporters on the matter, National Security Minister the Honourable Wayne Munro explains that an amendment was requested to the Criminal Evidence Witness Anonymity Act, which, as is, doesn't provide for witness anonymity in anti-gang matters.
When you think of organized crime, the witnesses may be persons who have seen the light and decided to turn over a no leaf, not participate anymore, or to help take down the gang. The participants may be agents, as everyone who watches TV sees. The moment that you file a complaint and you list your witnesses, they will become known. If they are civilians, they may well become targets. if they are law enforcement officials undercover, their usefulness will then cease once it is known.
Well, aging traffic signal systems pushing the Ministry of Works into repair mode. But as our Maya Moss tells us, fixing the problem is far more complex than the simple flip of a switch.
Officials at the Ministry of Works confirmed that several traffic systems are in need of major repairs, with some components operating well beyond their intended lifespan. Foreman responsible for traffic lights, Vincent Hawkins, indicated that having equipment on standby doesn't shorten the work, as restoring traffic signals is a precise and time-intensive operation.
What we have scheduled that are going to get fully upgraded are Bay Street and Frederick Street, East Street and Bay Street, East Street and Wolf Road, and Mackey Street and Madero. That's been a major issue over the past few weeks, and that's definitely ongoing. Those are main arterial corridors that people have to go on, so that's kind of unavoidable. We can expand the road, but then we'd have to buy more land, more property, and cost to build the roads on top of that. So it's a tricky situation with a growing population.
Hawkins explained that each repair must follow a strict procedure that includes diagnostics and safety checks to network calibration, a process he says is necessary but time-consuming.
Just in terms of repair, even if we had the equipment on standby, that can take an extended period of time because we have to do underground trenching, rewiring, new cabinet installation, and new component installations.
The foreman provides more insight on what's ahead for the traffic light regime that are already stretched to the limit.
We are currently in phase 2. The traffic management center is the next phase that we have to establish to set up all of our monitorings and hopefully expand our workforce.
From blinking lights to major overhauls, work on the capital's traffic system continues, a signal that change takes time, but safety is the ultimate destination. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili. Wow, wow. Garlic and ginger, got many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Those pepper wings.
I am a master plumber by profession. I've been doing plumbing for over 40 odd years. When I was 9 months old, I was diagnosed with polio. To me, living with polio, I took it the way it is. I never allowed my polio to get in my way of anything. In fact, I love when people doubt me, and I just prove them wrong. And let me tell you, in the world, you could only find a plumber as good as me, but you ain't gonna find no plumber better than me. People with disability, they just need a chance. In this program, I feel so encouraged. Most of the mentors have different kind of disability, but disabilities like me. Sharing and caring and showing so much support with people with disability. They would encourage you to go beyond. I wish this was around a long time ago. Right now, I would have been a millionaire. You out there who have a disability, don't be afraid. Take the step. If you believe it, you could achieve it. And remember one thing, ain't no one better than me, and ain't no one better than y'all. God made all us equal.
For more information about how the SBDC can help your small business to make a big impact, give us a call at 461-7232 or visit sbdcbahamas.com.
Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect, a first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean, removing up to 100% of deposits, restoring your engine to perform like new. All new Restore and Protect, another first by Valvoline, distributed by Battery and Tire Specialists.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Some 32 schools here in New Providence showcased the artistry, music, and beauty of Junkanoo on Bay last evening. Following a night of spectacular performances, One-on-One Preschool won the top prize in the preschool division with a score of 1,052 points. Eva Hilton topped the primary division with 1,056 points, while C.H. Reeves took the junior high division with a score of 1,037 points. Anglican Central Education Authority, St. John's College and St. Anne's School won the overall age division, racking up 1,074 points, while R.M. Bailey was victorious in the senior high division with a score of 1,108 points. Youth, Sports and Culture Minister, the Honorable Mario Boleg, lauded the young Junkanooers for their hard work.
This is living proof that, you know, the young persons attract more of the parents and adults who want to support them when it comes to activities such as this. But let me put it on the record that, speaking to most principals in the past, one of the most less negative, disorderly behavior activities happens in school when preparation starts with Junior Junkanoo. Because it's a large group of students being involved in the preparation, and they're being busy, keeping themselves busy, and doesn't have idle hands.
Well said, and congratulations to all the winners. The Bahamas Tonight returns after this.
Guess what's back? Bigger, bolder, and trendier than ever. What's Trending returns February 9th with fresh stories, big energy, and all the vibes you love. And yes, we're kicking it off with love. Join us Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. on the ZNS network, because if it's trending, we're talking about it.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Minister of Education, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, and various ministry officials were warmly welcomed by students at Ridgeland Primary School during a special assembly themed A Chosen Generation Striving for Excellence. Principal Antonia Bain used this occasion to highlight some of the school's most recent improvements.
We've shown great improvements in listening comprehension, reading comprehension, science paper 1 and social studies paper 2. Give yourselves a round of applause. Look what you have achieved.
Minister Hannah Martin and Director Dominic McCartney Russell grasped the opportunity to thank the educators and inspire the students gathered.
Because we want the students and staff of this school to know that this school is a valued institution in the national education system in this country. And we also wanted to encourage the students here to be all that you can be, to work hard, to stay focused, and to ensure that you do your very, very best. We also wanted the teachers here to understand and know, and the principal and her executive, to know that we appreciate the work that you are doing in building these young people.
Well, thank you for giving our children the same opportunities that you received when you were a child in school. Because these are our future generation, and they are indeed a chosen generation. The Bible says that they are fearfully and wonderfully made. They are no accidents.
I'm Bryden Wilson, and this is Ed Talk.
Hi, I'm Desmond Saunders. I want you to tune in to the new Weekend Edition, Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m., where we have a whole lot of new stuff for you. All right, so I'll give you a sneak preview. Boldly Bahamians, Sizzle Saturdays, Parliamentary Bench, just to name a few. So buckle up and get ready for the ride. Coming this fall, the new Weekend Edition. Stay close.
Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Relive the music, the performance, and all the drama as we bring you highlights of the 2025 Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade. January 31st at 8 p.m. on the ZNS Television Network.
Hello, my name is Talia Roll, and I'm a sunflower at NCA. We learn and do fun activities. Come along and join us.
Become a member of one of our groups today. Sunflowers, ages 5 and 6 years. Brownies, ages 7 to 10 years. Rangers, ages 14 to 17 years. And Guiders, age 18 and older. For more information, call 322-4342 or 356-5143. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
The music, the performance, and all the drama as we bring you highlights of the 2025 Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade. January 31st at 8 p.m. on the ZNS Television Network.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal, at the check-in counter, at security checkpoints, or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports in 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
St. George's Anglican Church hosting a blood drive. Individuals from all walks of life heeding the call to help provide the gift of life.
Plus, a winner crowned in the Catholic School Spelling Bee. Those details straight ahead.
Also, a grandmother's legacy honor. You want to stay close for that.
And in sports, investigating unrest in the Government Secondary School Sports Association.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Good evening. For your access to entertainment, I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now.
Welcome indeed. Now, it's Friday again. I knew exactly what kind of Friday was going to be. On my way into the studio, I saw someone carrying a cooler in one hand, and like 2 or 3 plates in the other. And it wasn't like this, it was like this.
Like fully balanced.
Like this.
Oh, well, I think...
I said they're about to have a great Friday.
Oh, that tells you everything you need to know right there. It doesn't matter what time it is. Like, the clock is done in their mind. They are ready. They are in full weekend gear. They're ready to go.
I know, absolutely. We're probably going to be ready to go in just a moment, but before that, let's dive right into the news. Members of St. George's Anglican Church are rolling up their sleeves, not just in faith, but in service, hosting a blood drive in partnership with Doctors Hospital aimed at supporting the country's blood bank in order to save lives. The drive brought together individuals from all walks of life, all answering the call to help meet the constant demand for blood.
Blood is life. Blood saves lives. And we here at St. George are being proactive. We want to make sure that the blood bank is always well stocked with the much needed blood supplies. So every day we see in the media that persons need blood for various causes. And by so doing, this drive today will help in that process so that the demand or the run the blood bank will not be so great.
Organizers say while there were minor challenges early on, the overall response was very encouraging.
So in my opinion, it's going very well. Despite the fact at the beginning, we had a challenge in having persons to come forward and pre-register. But today we realize that persons who did not register are showing up, and that's a very good sign. But for the most part, things are flowing smoothly.
The 59th Archdiocesan Spelling Bee brings together some of the brightest young minds from across the local Catholic school system. Organizers say the competition reflects months of preparation, discipline, and focus, highlighting the commitment students make long before stepping onto the stage.
All of the students prior to getting to this point, they have to win, they have to be successful in the school level B. And so they all are winners here. They are all high-performing students who are able to demonstrate their academic abilities through the spelling bee. Well, they spend long, grueling hours after school with their coaches, with their parents, their families. During their vacation, Christmas vacation, often they're walking with their study guides and lists, preparing for this. This is a grueling experience, and it takes a lot of effort for our students to be successful.
Earl Harry Parkin of St. Thomas More emerged as this year's champion. He, along with his principal, Dr. Renee C. Mortimer, both shared their perspectives on the competition.
I feel happy I won the spelling bee today, but there will be more challenges.
Oh, let me tell you, I am so excited this afternoon. It is Catholic Schools Week. 136 years of Catholic education in the Bahamas. It's also the 70th anniversary of St. Thomas More School. 1956, we're celebrating all year. This is a wonderful gift for us today in the land of the sparks. We are excited, we are happy, we are so proud of all of our students. Earl Harry Parkin, Maria Subin, Liam Woods. We've been working in the land of the sparks. Thanks to all of those persons who assisted. Our head coach, Tamika Hanna, all the spelling committee team, the administrators, the parents. Let me tell you, we are excited. We're ready to go back home and celebrate. Now we're celebrating all week.
What a bright young mind. And speaking of bright minds, Brielle Wood, a bright student of St. Francis and Joseph Primary School, is keeping the legacy of her late grandmother, Andrea Wood, alive through a foundation created in her honor, driven by her grandmother's giving spirit. Brielle explains why she launched Andrea's Heartbeat and introduces a new initiative focused on faith, love, and giving back.
She was a giving person. She always wanted to give back to the community, and everything that I've done in Andrea's Heartbeat is mostly about giving back. So I decided that I would go after her and do the same things that she did to keep her legacy alive. This is the new initiative for Andrea's Heartbeat called Small Heart, Big Faith, and I will be selling these small heart-shaped keychains to serve as a daily reminder of God's unconditional love and His faithfulness.
Brielle also wears a symbol of her academic excellence proudly around her neck. She explains the meaning behind the sash she carries around and shares how she's able to successfully balance her school responsibilities while leading a growing charitable initiative.
Miss Hepburn, my teacher, created this sash for me to wear around the school to special places where I go so people could know, I'm a Student of the Year nominee. With my academics and excellence, I focus on them more, but I also do focus on my organization more. And I do one time by time, so I have to set up my schedule in kind of a way. So one time I'm there, next time I'm here. But it's very easy, and it doesn't take away most of my time.
More tonight from the honors bestowed upon Bishop Neil Ellis in Miami Beach earlier this month. The recipient of the Martin Luther King Jr. Freedom and Justice Award and an inductee into the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence program. The numerous accolades Bishop Ellis is racking up is a true testament to his stellar career, one which he can only hope will be remembered like that of the man whose honor he received.
Anything that bears Martin Luther King's name is not only really an honor, but it's a call to responsibility and introspection. When you look at the life of this man and see how he sacrificed his life for the sake of not only a race, but a nation, that makes you understand that we have miles to go. This has been a reflective period ever since they announced the award. What else is it that I'm supposed to be doing to advance the cause of humanity and build the kingdom of God?
Joanne Strader and Donovan Campbell from South Florida television stations WTVJ and WSVN serve in mentorship roles like Bishop Ellis and Dr. King. The impact, they say, can be life-changing.
It doesn't stop with just one individual or one career. Anyone could be a mentor. You just got to give back. It may just take a seed of your time, a mustard seed of your time, and that's very small, but the difference you can make in someone's life is monumental.
I mean, just think about it. It symbolizes dream. What was Dr. Martin Luther King's big speech? I have a dream. It gives all these young men an opportunity to know they can dream and inspire to be whatever they want in life.
Congratulations to Bishop Ellis, of course. Now, still to come, our Shaquille Dames speak with the snake man, Patrick Sweeting, on preserving the rights of the Bahamian boa. And, of course, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean has your Access weather forecast. And I heard it's going to be a bit nippy this weekend, so stay close.
Your favorite products from wall to wall, we have it all at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. First Choice Sugar, 4 pounds, $2.59. Quaker Oats, assorted 18 ounces, $3.99. Ginger Evans Flour, 5 pounds, $3.69. Sweet Blueberries, 6 ounces, $3.49. Whole chicken wings, $1.69 per pound. It's a great year to save when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Weather forecast, we have quite a bit of moisture being directed across the northwest Bahamas, and that will provide us some showers later on tonight, as well as we have this pre-frontal trough across South Florida. Well, that's making its way towards the southeast. We'll get to us somewhere around 8, 9 o'clock tonight, and that's when you can expect those showers to start working their way in. Boating forecast tonight in the northwestern islands, those winds are going to be southeast to south, 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet, but that will change by sunrise. Low tide taking place at 11:44 tonight. Now, for the central and southeastern islands, we'll also have winds out of the south, but a little stronger, 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights 3 to 6 feet, so we're asking small craft in the central and southeastern islands to exercise some caution tonight. And then tomorrow in the northwestern central islands, the winds become westerly ahead of that front, increasing in speeds 15 to 25 knots. Very rough seas tomorrow, 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. High tide will take place at 6:14 in the morning, with a low tide at 12:45 in the afternoon. So an advisory is in place for boaters tomorrow in the northwestern central islands. And then for the southeast islands, we have southwest winds, 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights choppy down there, 4 to 7 feet. Caution flags continue to hold for the southeast Bahamas on Saturday. And then on Sunday, for all areas behind that front, very strong winds, 20 to 30 knots. They will be gusting to near gale force at time. Seas 8 to 12 feet, and occasionally we can have some seas up to 15 feet as well. So we're simply asking boaters to remain in port on Sunday. And the tides, well, it's going to be high at 7:06 in the morning with the low tide at 1:34 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Let's do it, y'all. Tonight the mood is right. Y'all them look so nice. Keep on playing this sweet old music. Say that people can't refuse it. Outside in the open air.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston and Melina.
Thanks, Basil. Often feared and misunderstood, the Bahamian boa is a native species that plays a vital role in controlling rodent populations. Despite this, the snake is frequently killed on sight. Tonight, Shaquille Dames takes a closer look at why conservationists say these reptiles deserve protection and how education is helping to change public perception.
Often misunderstood and feared, Bahamian boas play an important role in the ecosystem. Patrick Sweeting is a local animal handler who says his mission is to change how people view these snakes.
A lot of people don't like them, that's why I do this. They are friendly, man. They're like me and you, man. You Bahamian? If you Bahamian, you friendly? That's how they is. What I do is landscaping, and if I find them and if people want them, I will donate it. If you're a good person. If you're not a good person, I'm not going to give it to you.
While many people react with fear when encountering these snakes, Sweeting maintains education is key. He urges the public to understand their role in the environment and to choose coexistence over harm. Though I was admittedly nervous at first, seeing the Bahamian boas up close changed my perspective. The snake man says Bahamian boas aren't dangerous and help control rodents. His message is simple. If you see one, don't kill it, let it go. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Shaquille Dames.
Very brave, Shaquille. Well, it's time to turn things over to Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Zetna's Total Sports team investigates the unrest in the GSSA. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Hi, I'm Brent, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas in the Southwest Plaza on Carmichael Road. If you haven't shopped with us before, please give us a chance. We pride ourselves on terrific customer service. Our store is clean, large, we have thousands of products, we're open 7 days a week, and we have a nice, wide, spacious, comfortable layout for you to enjoy. Visit us in the Southwest Plaza on Carmichael Road or shop online at cbsbahamas.com.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
Welcome to your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. The local track and field calendar getting an overhaul, thanks in large to a new concept set to be introduced in a matter of weeks, thanks in part to the Ministries of Youth, Sports and Culture and Education. Now, preceding the Bahamas Track and Field Championships, there will be regional pre-qualifiers, aka regionals, taking place on several family islands to determine the top performers from those areas. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bolag, tells us more.
The introduction of the regional meets on the national championships is monumental. For the first time, our young athletes can advance through a system that fosters their growth while allowing them to compete from their home islands. This creates meaningful opportunities to showcase their talent and elevate them to one national arena where the best will shine. This framework promises fairness and excellence, allowing the lane for every student. More athletes from family islands will be recognized. Schools will get equal chances, and coaches will have better competition to prepare themselves and their teams.
The Minister of Education and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glennis Hannah Martin, welcomes the new initiative, stressing the countless opportunities it will provide for student athletes.
When a student learns how to prepare for a race, they learn planning. When they practice consistently, they learn commitment. When they fall short and return to train again, they learn resilience. When they support a teammate, they learn leadership. These are the qualities that position students for scholarships, open doors for higher education, and prepare them to thrive long after they graduate. That is why the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training is proud to be a partner in this new national framework, regionals and nationals, because it's not just about competition, it's about opportunity. It's about creating a structured pathway that motivates students to aim higher, to stay engaged, and see what is possible when preparation meets purpose.
More from this press conference in our weekend sportscast. Switching gears, but still on school sports, the GSSA basketball season is expected to begin its playoffs next week, but hovering over the association's penultimate event is a cloud of uncertainty brought on by a rift among its board and a vote of no confidence by coaches and the body's president. In this joint investigative report from myself and Eugene Stewart, we seek to get some answers about the current unrest in the GSSA.
Unfortunate situation, being able to come to the game and, to be told that, I was unable to make contact with the team, to not be able to coach the team. And so, like I say, it was something that the team didn't expect, the players didn't expect, and, to find it out at the time of the game, at the point in time of the game. I don't think it was done in good taste, good gesture. But nonetheless, like I say, it's something that's under further investigation.
That was Danico Bowles, one of the winningest coaches in GSSA basketball history and also the current first vice president of the GSSA, speaking on an incident earlier in the week where he was removed from the gym, citing a suspension levied against him from GSSA president Van Dyke Bethel on the grounds of Bowles playing several ineligible players throughout the season. The Timberwolves of Anatole, of course, the defending GSSA Senior Boys champions. Now, Bowles is not the only current board member on the outs, as we also understand that current second vice president Nikita Sayers-Knowles has also been suspended, citing an incident during the GSSA volleyball season last year, where was deemed an ineligible player participated as well. Sayers-Knowles serving as the commissioner of GSSA volleyball during that time. Now, earlier today, the pair, along with several other coaches and representatives of schools that make up the GSSA, met online via Zoom to discuss the path moving forward. Our Eugene Stewart fills us in with those details and what the consensus of the general body was.
The group sending out an immediate release to, quote, call for the resignation of the current president, or they will collectively withdraw from the remainder of the season. Coaches say the GSSA president has operated for too long without proper oversight. While the association still functions, ongoing decisions have weakened trust, strained governance, and hurt coach morale across multiple sports. In response to their concerns, the coaches plan to call an extraordinary general meeting to formally address the issue through the association's governance process. The coaches stress that the issue is about governance and accountability, not personal conflict, and they hope swift action will restore trust and stability in the GSSA.
Thanks, Eugene. Now, the Zenith sports team sought to get a comment on the matter and reached out to GSSA President Van Dyke Bethel, as well as Ishmael Smith, President of the New Providence Association of Principals of Public Secondary Schools. Both declined to comment on the situation. Zenith sports team will continue to follow up on the story as more information becomes available. And that's been a look at your TGIF Sports. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out. Enjoy your weekend.
We're BAF Financial.
We're BAF General and Health Insurance.
Welcome to the beautiful Cayman Islands.
Come on in to Cash and Go.
Need technical support? We are BFG Services.
BAF Global. Global reach, local care.
Hi, I'm Corporal 791 Dwayne Omar-Maki of the Royal Bahamas Police Force National Crime Prevention Office. Christmas time is a festive time in the Bahamas and a time where we show our cultural pride by attending and participating in Junkanoo. While you prepare to immerse yourself in the beautiful sights and sounds of this important festival, I wish to encourage Junkanoo goers and participants to be safe while enjoying their cultural experience. Here are a few safety tips for you to follow while attending Junkanoo. Stay alert and be extra careful with purses and wallets. Secure them in front pockets or keep them strapped around your neck or shoulder in the front of you in order to prevent yourself from becoming a victim of a pickpocket. Never pull out large sums of cash when going to make purchases at vendors. Leave all unnecessary items that create a nuisance or hinder you from moving around freely, such as combs and bulky items at home or in the trunk of your vehicle. If you are traveling with small kids, keep them in front of you and not more than an arm's length apart to ensure you don't become separated from each other. Parents, please don't allow your kids to attend Junkanoo unattended without adult supervision. Always locate the nearest police checkpoint and exit in case you need assistance. Let's not allow criminals to ruin our holiday and dampen our festive spirit. On behalf of the Commissioner of Police and members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, we would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
You're looking at the Baha Mar Resort at night. A great shot there by drone pilot Kyson Miller. And it's time now to take a trip to the Family Islands. Let's go.
13 scholarships for various academic fields are up for grabs, from certification to PhD levels. And according to the head of the Scholarship Authority, Family Island students are pulling out all the stops to beat out their competitors to obtain the top scholarships despite limited resources. LaDon Davis has all the details.
Chair of the National Scholarship Advisory Committee, Robin Lyons, says $14 million is designated for scholarship grants each year, with the All Bahamas Merit Scholarship worth $35,000 over a 4-year period hotly contested.
That scholarship is awarded to the top academic student in country based on GPA, based on SAT scores and other civic and community service criteria, et cetera, 8 A's minimum in the BGCSEs. And so we had, I think, 22 or 23 Bahamian students who qualified for the ABM this year.
Line says Family Island students are not missing out on the scholarship offering, successfully applying for the National Tuition Assistance Grant.
Persons who are actually successful in obtaining scholarships in 2023 from the Family Islands, 199 persons from our Family Islands are on scholarship currently based on a 2023 application and acceptance. 2024 we had 200, and 2025 we had 166.
Line says there were other applicants who did not qualify for a myriad of reasons.
Low GPA or insufficient BGCSEs or studying in an area that is not priority. So we're getting the word out there, and we're certainly, trying to ensure that Family Islanders are not disenfranchised.
So to ensure that Family Island students are not left out due to the scholarship office's location, Line says virtual information sessions are readily available.
So what we've done for the last, I think maybe 2 or 3 years, I've made sure that we have virtual information sessions solely for Family Island students who are interested. And so the officers are there giving presentations. Our technical support is there, walking them through the application, showing them what to do, what not to do. And what we've also tried to do is partner with the virtual school.
Students interested in applying for scholarships can do so at www.scholarshipsbahamas.com. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDon Davis.
Thanks, LaDon. Well, it's Entertainment Friday, and tonight we're looking back at the sights and sounds of the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Parade.
Let's get the dancers in the square. I want to see these dancers. time for some dragon dancers? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. China in the house.
What an excellent way to end the show. Those junior Junkaners keeping the culture alive and well and putting on an incredible performance all around. But that's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. We'll see you on the other side of the weekend.
But first, be sure to tune back in for the Bahamas tonight at 11 with Corbell Pyfrom. Good night, everybody. Have a safe weekend.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.
So whoever said money doesn't grow on trees, you have absolutely no idea of the things you speak. So remember the Transforming Spaces Art Tour that we went on last week that we